All right, so welcome to video number 2 of the 7 intuitive tips to living a life you absolutely love. So, the second one is have no fear, right? So, as you connect to the essence of you, you're going to start living in your soul's purpose. Now, your soul's purpose is the divine expression, it's why you're here. So, I know in every cell of my being, and I invite you to tune into your intuition as to the truth. The truth is, only you can fulfill your purpose. Similar to a child coming into a mother and father, they chose that. Your soul chose to be here, right? So as you start to get comfortable into the knowing that you have a purpose, that you are divinely guided, as you start to come in alignment with your intuition, you'll find it's the most practical thing you can do. It is not esoteric. It is not out there woo woo. It is the most grounded thing. Did you know that 85% of all CEOs and senior executives use their intuition to make high powered decisions? It is because your intuition works. So, being a CEO at 19 years old, I realized this and I was like, whoa, I can create anything I want as I start to align with this power. Then, this power of love, of life force energy, of my intuition guiding me is within every single person, meaning we can all do it. Now, because your purpose is going to be different than mine, it's going to look different, right? So that's why when people sign up in the program, it's like, this is going to be an organic experience for you, right? And it's super exciting because you get to discover what that is, right? So I can do your 15-minute consult and tell you what I see for you, right? And I will do that. And I can see the challenges and the ways to overcome them. But this is your story. This is your gift. So, a dear friend of mine, Azim Kamisa, he works with the Dalai Lama. He teaches forgiveness. So, his son was killed by a gang member years and years ago. And what he did with that, as he said, wait a minute, it's not about retribution. It's not about getting back. It's not about an eye for an eye. It's about love and compassion. It's about eating. It's about eating with love. I don't know what I'm saying. Eating with love, choosing each thought with love, meeting each person with love, which then starts to bring your vibration into a higher frequency of love. And so you become the divine channel of love. I'm actually laughing at myself because, like I told you in the last video, you are the channel of love. So as I'm talking, I'm thinking something, but something else even greater is coming through. Can you imagine each bite of food that you ingest is the frequency of love, and it's feeding your body that love. Each thought you think starts to meet with the vibration of your heart. Each interaction you have with each person comes from this frequency of love. So, whatever career you're in, can you just for a second imagine each conversation coming from that place? By the way, money is love too. So, when you actually see the frequency of money as love, you see it as an energetic exchange of value, right? So you start to bring value to your customers, value to your audience. And it's like, wait, I don't need to be afraid about making money. I just need to match the frequency of love for money. I need to match the frequency of love for my relationships. And guess what? As you start changing everything to love, your fear disappears. That's why I'm saying you don't need fear. You don't need judgment. You don't need anything, ostracization, anything that's like separating you from love. You don't need that. You don't need isolation, right? You just need to know that from this place of your heart, of your intuition guiding you, everything is love, right? So, if you still have any thoughts after all this of fear, any thoughts of I can't do this, or they're going to judge me, or I'm afraid to speak, I'm afraid to step out in front of a room. God, this rose is just reflecting light so beautifully in the garden. If you have any inkling of that fear left, I invite you to place your hand on the area of your body where you might feel that fear. And what we're going to do is we're just going to downpour just pure unconditional love, golden white light into this area of your body where you're holding that tension and that stress. And you're going to ask a simple question. You're going to ask this fear what it needs. And imagine this part of you speaks to you like a friend, right? So it's just going to respond back like, maybe I need love or I need to know I'm accepted. Whatever that is, go ahead and give that to that part of you. letting that fear start to melt. Letting your mind start to open to feeling yourself this deeper way of giving you exactly what you need. And let's just take, for example, I need to feel accepted. So maybe this fear is coming up if you're worried about speaking in front of people, for example, and this part of you just needs to feel accepted. So what you're going to do is you're going to access the part of you that knows what it feels like to be accepted, because there is a part of you, even if you think there's not, there's a part of you that's connected to infinite intelligence that knows what it feels like to be accepted. So go ahead and access this part, and I'm going to give you a few prompting questions to make it even easier. If acceptance was an image, what would it be? So go ahead and allow the first thing that pops to your mind, acceptance. And as you start to feel acceptance, you're going to go ahead and bring your right thumb and first finger together. And that's going to start to kinesthetically anchor in to tell your nervous system every time you do this, you can feel acceptance. Okay, good. Now go ahead and release it. We're going to make it even stronger. If acceptance was a sound, what would it sound like? So go ahead and start to hear that sound. And as you do, hearing the sound of acceptance for you and just the way that this part wants, you're going to bring your thumb and your index finger together again, anchoring this feeling even stronger. Good. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just seeing yourself fully accepted, noticing who's around you, hearing what you hear. And on your next inhale, breathing in what acceptance smells like. I know it might sound funny, but this is actually your highest sense, is the sense of smell. So bringing in acceptance, taking a deep breath in, what acceptance smells like, and relaxing, allowing that deep breath just to go through your entire body, just breathing life force energy into every cell of your body, noticing what color acceptance is. Maybe, for example, it's teal. That's what it is for me. Bringing in that color teal and every cell. By the way, teal also represents the color of prosperity. So bringing in that acceptance, that prosperity, and let's also bring in more love. Good. And notice if it was a taste, what it tastes like. Good. So feeling acceptance even stronger. Notice where that energy of acceptance in your body starts. So it's going to start to travel all over your body into your aura, but where does it start? So for me, it's my gut feeling. So go ahead and feel that wherever it is in your body. Good. And now we're going to take that feeling of acceptance, keeping your anchor, holding where that thumb and index finger are. We're going to take that feeling of acceptance into any situation. So this could be a situation that maybe scared you in the past, like for example, speaking in front of people, right? Which is a common fear. The fear of loud noises and speaking in front of people are literally the deepest fears that everybody has at some level. And I believe it's because we all are love and want to love and be loved, right? So when we bring in this energy of acceptance, you're coming into the awareness that you are love and you are loved. So now seeing this acceptance go to any area of your life, past, present, or future, again, any context, any situation that you need more acceptance. It could be towards your body. It could be towards a relationship. It could be towards anything in your career. Good. And seeing that color illuminate your whole energetic field, your aura, bringing in more and more acceptance. And as you do, start to notice a new belief. Now, a new belief is simply a new thought and a new emotion that creates a belief. So notice what you believe about yourself with a new thought as you're feeling the acceptance. And it could be something like, I am beautiful, I am accepted, I am powerful. And notice these new states of being, these new thoughts, these new affirmations start to give you energy. So moving towards what gives you energy, of course, means you're on the right path, right? You're listening to this part of you that knows. So you can go ahead and release this anchor. Go ahead and bring it back again. Notice each time you do, you can feel the state. Now, this is one example of you accessing all the resources within you. Now, I noticed that we started with this anchor and then I also brought this one. So it's because I added some more things, right? So we started with acceptance and then I said bring in prosperity and love. So if you want to do that with me, you can actually anchor both, so your thumb and your index fingers, to acceptance, love, and prosperity, right? Super fun. For me, it was the color teal. You can notice what color it is for you. I've noticed I'm also wearing teal, but just notice what that feels like for you. Acceptance, love, and prosperity. So if you liked this video, I invite you to go to lifeforceconnection.com, click on book intuitive consultation, and we'll dive in deeply to your own story, to what you're creating and how you can live a life you absolutely love. All right, talk to you soon.